How can one single song attract so much attention and curiosity that someone pays as much as $50,000 to learn who the song is about? In the history of Hollywood, there have been few singers who have captivated their fans like Carly Simon. Her song, You're So Vain, gripped so much curiosity that when she finally revealed the mystery behind it, it became exciting news for decades to come.
I'm just so nervous. Sorry to be this way.
But first, let's journey into the life of Carly Simon, up till when the famed song held the industry's attention. The beginning of an icon. Simon was born on June 25, 1943 in New York City. But what makes this even more interesting is the fact she was born to rather intriguing parents. Her father, Richard L. Simon, was German Jewish and was also the co-founder of Simon & Schuster. However, on top of all that, he was also a classical pianist who often played Chopin and Beethoven at home. Her mother, Andrea, on the other hand, was a civil rights activist and singer from a Catholic family. No doubt Simon got her talents and passion from her mother, but at the time, no one knew for sure that little Simon would grow up to become a star. Simon was raised in the Riverdale neighborhood of the Bronx with her two elder sisters, Joanna and Lucy, and a younger brother, Peter. Sadly, Peter would later pass away from cancer, and it was a bit hit for the entire family. They never really fully recovered from the blow. However, despite her parents' diverse backgrounds, Simon and her siblings were raised as nominal Roman Catholics. But sadly, even at such a young age, Simon was exposed to the most vile part of humans. According to a book of photography Peter published in the late 1990s, Simon stated that when she was 7 years old, a family friend in his teens sexually assaulted her. She stated, "It was heinous. It changed my view about sex for a long time." Perhaps as an effect of what she went through, Simon developed a severe stutter even at the tender age of 8, and this was a serious concern for her parents. It got so bad that they took her to a psychiatrist hoping he would be able to cure her stuttering. But sadly, after several attempts and a lot of money spent on consultations, Simon's stuttering didn't get any better. For any other person, the story would have ended here. But for Simon, she decided to turn her situation around. And so, rather than focusing on her severe stutter, she took after her mother and turned to singing and songwriting as a way to express her feelings. She said, "I felt so strangulated talking that I did the natural thing, which is to write songs because I could sing without stammering, as all stammerers can." But her severe stuttering isn't the only disability that Simon had turned around for her own good. She has also spoken about how her dyslexia has positively influenced her songwriting. This was what she had to say about her hit song, Anticipation. "It came down from the universe into my head and then out my mouth, so it bypassed the mind." Simon attended Riverdale Country School and spent at least 4 semesters at Sarah Lawrence College. She also attended the Juilliard School of Music. But all the while, her eye was on the price. All she wanted was to carry her talent as far into the world as she could, and she worked relentlessly at it. The start of an iconic career. Simon's journey into the world of music began alongside her sister Lucy, their voices weaving melodies that echoed through the corridors of time. As the Simon sisters, they embarked on a musical odyssey, Lucy's soprano harmonizing with Carly's contralto in a celestial dance of sound. Their debut on the television stage came like a burst of stardust on April 27, 1963, as they graced the screen of Hootenanny, their voices enchanting audiences far and wide. Signed under the banner of Cap Records, their albums became portals to realms of wonder. Meet the Simon Sisters unveiled their magic to the world in 1964, a collection of songs that stirred hearts and sparked imaginations. Among them, Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod.
Winking and blinking and nod when I'd sailed off on a wooden shoe.
A whimsical tune born from the pages of childhood tales, found its place in the sun, a beacon of joy in a world of dreams. Yet, their journey didn't end there. Cuddlebug followed in 1966, another chapter in their musical saga, each note a testament to the bond that transcended sisterhood. But as the tides of fate ebbed and flowed, Simon found herself drawn into new currents. The late 60s beckoned with the promise of experimentation, leading her to the eclectic embrace of New York's rock scene. Alongside Elephant's Memory, she ventured into uncharted territory, the pulse of the city's rhythm pulsating beneath her feet. Yet, amid the smoky haze of club gigs and the cacophony of sound systems, Simon's voice struggled to find its place, The stage, once a sanctuary, became a battleground where battles were fought and lost. And so, after a summer of discord, she bid farewell to the chaos, seeking solace in the quiet corners of Murray Hill. It was there, amidst the hustle and bustle of city life, that fate intervened once more, in the form of Jacob Brackman. A chance encounter blossomed into a friendship that defied the bounds of time, their lives intertwining like melodies in a symphony of friendship. Through laughter and tears, they shared their dreams and fears, their souls dancing to the rhythm of companionship. Just along the line, Simon was about to find her voice again, this time as a solo artiste and her first clinch at success. The solo success. Later, Simon was signed by Jack Holtzman to Elektra Records in 1970. She released her self-titled debut album on February 9, 1971, and seeing as it was her first album, tensions were in the air as to how it would be accepted. But fortunately, the album peaked at number 30 on the Billboard 200, and for Simon, that was a big win, and a promise of a brighter future in the industry. In the album was her breakthrough hit, That's the Way I've Always Heard It Should Be.
Well, that's the way I've always heard it should be. You want to marry me.
Which peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Pop Singles chart and earned Simon a nomination for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance at the 14th Annual Grammy Awards, where she also won Best New Artist. In his review of the album for Rolling Stone, Timothy Krause stated, "Carly's voice perfectly matches her material, and her superbly controlled voice is complemented by deft arrangements." Her second album, Anticipation, followed November 1971. Like its predecessor, the album peaked at number 30 on the Billboard 200 and earned Simon a nomination for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance at the 15th Annual Grammy Awards. Writing for Rolling Stone, Stephen Davis gave a glowing review of the album, calling the title track a spirited examination of the tensions involved in a burgeoning romantic situation in which nobody has any idea of what's going on or what's going to happen. He also singled out Our First Day Together as a quiet song, lovely and quite enigmatic, with a trace of the minor chord influence of Joni Mitchell, as well as I've Got to Have You, which he described as an absolute clincher. On her experience of recording the album, Simon later said, "It was one of the best memories I shall ever have of recording. I had a band. The entire album was just that band and myself. Cat Stevens did some vocals and there were strings on a few songs, but on the whole it was sparse and I loved it." The album's lead single, also titled Anticipation, became a significant hit, reaching number 3 at Easy Listening Radio and number 13 on Billboard's Pop Singles chart. It subsequently became notable in popular culture for its use in a variety of commercials to market the ketchup of the H.J. Heinz Company. The single was written in 15 minutes while Simon waited for Cat Stevens to pick her up for a date. The pair had become romantically involved shortly after Simon had opened for Stevens at LA's Troubadour around the time her debut album was released. All in all, Simon's career was beginning to take shape, and it could be said that she was getting her first taste of success. But then she dropped the song You're So Vain.
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
And everyone went crazy about the song, but more importantly, who the song was actually referring to. The birth of You're So Vain. Simon's career skyrocketed with the release of You're So Vain in 1972-73, a pivotal moment that etched her name in musical history. The single's ascent to the top of the U.S. pop and adult contemporary charts was nothing short of meteoric, captivating audiences nationwide and cementing its status as a timeless classic. But it wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon. You're So Vain sold over 1 million copies in the United States alone, its irresistible allure transcending mere popularity to become one of the defining anthems of the decade. With the song's success came the rise of Simon's breakthrough album, No Secrets, a masterpiece that claimed the number 1 spot on the Billboard 200 chart for an impressive 5 consecutive weeks. Its reign at the top was a testament to Simon's unparalleled artistry and the undeniable appeal of her music. But the accolades didn't stop there. No Secrets achieved gold status within its first year, a feat that underscored its enduring impact on the music industry. And by its 25th anniversary in 1997, It had attained the illustrious status of platinum, a symbol of its timeless resonance and unwavering popularity. As if that weren't enough, You're So Vain garnered nominations for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best Pop Vocal Performance, Female at the esteemed 16th Annual Grammy Awards. Its magnetic allure and infectious melody captivated listeners and critics alike, earning it a permanent place in the annals of music history. The mystery behind You're So Vain. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of You're So Vain lay not in its chart-topping success, but in the enigmatic mystery surrounding its subject. With the infamous refrain, "You're so vain, I bet you think this song is about you," Simon sparked one of the greatest mysteries in popular music, leaving fans and critics alike to speculate about the true inspiration behind the iconic lyrics. And yet, despite decades of speculation, Simon steadfastly guarded the identity of the elusive muse, adding a layer of intrigue and mystique to the song that continues to captivate audiences to this day. As a matter of fact, in 2021, Rolling Stone cemented the song's legacy by ranking it at number 495 on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, a testament to its enduring impact and timeless appeal. With each refrain, You're So Vain continues to captivate audiences, serving as a timeless testament to Carly Simon's unparalleled talent and the enduring power of a well-crafted melody. But the question still remained, who was You're So Vain written for? For over 40 years, Simon never addressed the question, which made the secret even more desirable to know. But as time went on, most began to speculate who she was referring to, and their speculations had to do with men from her past and in her personal life. So let's talk a bit about Simon's personal life and relationships. Simon's danced with romance. Carly Simon's romantic journey is as captivating as her music. In the swinging 60s, she was briefly engaged to the charismatic British writer William Donaldson, who described her as the epitome of every man's dream, witty, charming, and endlessly talented. But it was her union with fellow troubadour James Taylor that captured the public's imagination. Their marriage in 1972 marked the convergence of two musical powerhouses, creating a bond that transcended the stage. Together, they welcomed two children into the world, both of whom inherited their parents' musical gifts and passion for social activism. However, like many great love stories, theirs had its share of turbulence. Despite years of collaboration and shared experiences, Simon and Taylor parted ways in 1983, their relationship strained by the demands of fame and the pressures of their respective careers. But Simon's romantic journey didn't end there. From musician Russ Kunkel to writer James Hart, she navigated the highs and lows of love with grace and resilience, each relationship leaving an indelible mark on her journey. Yet, amidst the twists and turns of romance, Simon faced her greatest challenge, a battle with breast cancer. In the late 90s, she underwent a mastectomy, chemotherapy, and reconstructive surgery, confronting mortality with the same courage and determination that defined her music. Through it all, Simon found solace in her friendships, none more enduring than her bond with James Taylor's brother, Livingston. Their musical collaboration spanned decades, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and shared passion. But even amidst personal trials, Simon faced the betrayal of trust. Like many others, she fell victim to financial advisor Kenneth Starr's Ponzi scheme, a betrayal that shook her faith and tested her resilience. Yet, amid life's challenges, love found a way. In Richard Kohler, a surgeon specializing in minimally invasive laparoscopy, Simon found a companion with whom to share life's joys and sorrows, proving that love knows no bounds, not even in the face of adversity. So, was the song You're So Vain referring to any of her exes, maybe? This was one of the most common theories in an attempt to demystify the song, and for a while, Simon herself didn't seem to be much help. The hints and the big reveal. Carly Simon's coy hints about the subject of You're So Vain have kept fans and the media guessing for decades. While she tantalizingly suggested that the character in the song could be a blend of multiple individuals, two names often floated in speculation: Mick Jagger, who lent his backing vocals to the track, and Hollywood heartthrob Warren Beatty. Simon's playful teasing extended to various talk shows and interviews over the years, where she dropped tantalizing clues like breadcrumbs for eager sleuths. Then, in a move that combined intrigue with altruism, Simon auctioned off the revelation of the mystery for a staggering $50,000 during a charity event in August 2003. The winning bidder, television executive Dick Ebersol, was entrusted with the secret on the condition that he remained tight-lipped about it. Ebersol was given one clue in advance. The letter E was in the person's name. The following year, Simon gave up a few more letters, telling Regis Philbin in 2004 that the letters A and R were also in the name. In 2010, she got more detailed in an interview with British music magazine Uncut. She said, "I'm just going to tell you this. The answer is on the new version of You're So Vain. There's a little whisper, and it's the answer to the puzzle." That whisper, about 150 seconds into the 2009 version of the song, sounds a bit like David with the A dragged out, according to the Washington Post. By that time, she had already eliminated famous Davids like David Bowie and David Cassidy. The lyrics of the meta song pointedly accused someone, likely a lover, of being way too into himself. And with Simon's famous lineup of romantic partners, the cocky individual could have pointed to Warren Beatty, Michael Crichton, David Geffen, Chris Christopherson, Terrence Malick, Jack Nicholson, Cat Stevens, James Taylor, or John Travolta. Or even rumored flings with Sean Connery, Marvin Gaye, and Jeremy Irons. And of course, there was the possibility of Mick Jagger, with whom she shared raw electricity while singing together. However, it wasn't until November 2015, as Simon prepared to unveil her memoir, that she offered a partial revelation. With the air thick with anticipation, she confirmed that the elusive second verse was indeed about Warren Beatty. Yet, she coyly added a twist, suggesting that while Beatty may believe the entire song revolves around him, his significance is confined to that particular section. "Well, you had me several years ago, when I was still quite naive, when you said that we made such a pretty pair, and that you would never leave, but you gave away the things you loved, and one of them was me. I had some dreams. They were clouds in my coffee. Clouds in my coffee." The rest of the song, she hinted, alludes to two other unnamed figures, leaving eager minds to continue their speculation and debate. The well-deserved accolades. Carly Simon's journey in the spotlight has been adorned with numerous awards and recognitions, shining like stars in the sky of her illustrious career. Among her most cherished treasures are the 2 Grammy Awards she holds close to her heart, along with an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award, each symbolizing her mastery of melody and storytelling through music. But wait, there's more. Not content with just one realm of artistic excellence, Simon ventured into the world of film scoring, earning consecutive nominations at the British Academy Film Awards for her exceptional original film scores in 1990 and 1991. Yet her brilliance doesn't stop there. In her hometown of Boston, Simon's music has been celebrated with 8 nominations and 3 wins at the esteemed Boston Music Awards, alongside a prestigious Hall of Fame Lifetime Achievement honor bestowed upon her in 1995, a testament to her enduring impact on the city's vibrant musical landscape. But the accolades kept rolling in, like a melody that never fades. Simon's songwriting prowess earned her a well-deserved place in the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1994, followed by the prestigious Berklee College of Music Honorary Doctor of Music degree in 1998, recognizing her contribution to the very fabric of musical innovation. In the late 90s, VH1 crowned Simon as one of the 100 greatest women in rock and roll, a title befitting her status as a trailblazing icon in the industry. Fast forward to 2017, and Billboard honored her as one of the greatest of all-time Hot 100 women artists, a testament to her enduring influence on the charts. However, fate had its twists and turns. A tribute concert at Carnegie Hall, scheduled for March 19, 2020, was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, only to be rescheduled for March 23, 2022. Before ultimately being canceled due to unforeseen challenges. But amidst the cancellations and postponements, Simon's star continued to rise. In 2022, she was rightfully inducted into the hallowed halls of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, solidifying her legacy as a true rock and roll luminary. As if that weren't enough, Simon's impact on music history transcends awards and honors, with her albums and songs etching their place in the annals of greatness. From Playing Possum, gracing Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest album covers of all time, to Youre So Vain, being inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, Her contributions to the musical tapestry are woven with threads of pure genius. And let's not forget her timeless classics like Nobody Does It Better, hailed as the greatest James Bond theme song by USA Today, and Youre So Vain, crowned the ultimate song of the 1970s by the UK official charts company, proving that Simon's music resonates across generations, standing the test of time like a beacon of musical brilliance.